Okay, let's go.
Okay, welcome back to American Rants Unredacted episode. Let me get my post-it note. 37. Now, with the economy the way it is, the struggles that the everyday American is having when it comes to purchasing a home, rent, bills, some of the ridiculous subscriptions out there, I'm starting to see a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, certain individuals who are doing their own form of protest, and they're going to stop paying their bills. Now, this is obviously nothing I would suggest, but what do you do when you're in that pinch if you're like renting? You can't afford, let's say, your water bill, or you can't afford your electric bill. It's either their electric bill or groceries. Like, what do you do in that situation? So I got a few clips here that are just talking about the state of the economy, basically, and how people are reacting to it. How they're reacting to all the affordability crisis, let's call it that, going across the United States. And I tied in a couple clips of what's going on in Italy right now. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. We'll make some comments and hopefully have a little fun.
This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off $2,000 to $3,000. Impossible. It's impossible. Because what happens, it comes up here, we spend it. We're $35 trillion in debt. We don't have any money. We're dead broke. And then taxpayers have $2 trillion in credit card debt. We are in huge trouble. In this body, we had better start figuring that out, because we're going to have a run on this city here soon, and there's going to be about 150 million people coming up here saying, where's our damn money that we paid in? I could have put my Social Security money 40 years in tax in the market and probably be worth 8 to 10 million today. But the federal government wasted it.
That's true. That's true. Social Security it's not holding up, and the government won't be able to pay. At least when I retire, I know for a fact Social Security probably won't exist. So what was the point of me paying into it? And I'm sure a lot of people are thinking that right now. You got people who are on Social Security right now who are coming out of retirement to work because the money that they are getting, it's impossible to live in this economy with that little a bit of money. So they're having to work again. So it's almost like, even if you want to call retirement a dream, that one's going away too. A lot of people don't believe in the American dream right now. And I guess you can't even potentially not believe in retirement. And you know what? The government is spending so much money, like they just can't budget. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. They're thinking maybe if they overspend on like certain things, that in the long run, it's gonna like level out for everybody. Like, so they're just frivolously spending on whatever the fuck they want to. And I don't know if we're gonna survive it. I don't even know if our kids will survive it. We're 40 trillion. Like in the clip, he said 35. I'm pretty sure we're at 40 trillion right now. 40 trillion. From what I understand, the interest on the debt is paid out by the taxpayer, because that's what they're taking in. But just the interest, they're not even touching like the chunk of the loan at all. And they keep spending more. So where does it end? What's going to happen? We're a rich, poor country.
Over 13 million shutoffs. In 2025, over 13 million utility disconnections happened for non-payment in the United States of America. This marks the highest annual total shutoffs on record, showing financial strain on households amid skyrocketing inflation. Expect 2026 to get worse.
Jeez. 13 million shutoffs because you couldn't afford your bills. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do you go hungry or do you have light? Do you put gas in your car so you can continue to work, or, pay your water bill or whatever? It's the math ain't mathing when it comes to minimum wage, when it comes to like the price hikes that we have. Like, we're just getting price gouged at the grocery stores. And I remember when $150 at the grocery store, like, you'd have to fill up the back seat of your car because you didn't have enough room in your trunk. And now 150, like, maybe half your trunk will get filled, depending on what you get. So, you'll have to sit there and just weigh your options. Do I keep a roof over my head, or do I eat? Do I have electricity, or do I have gas? And it's kind of sad that we're at this point that people have to make these decisions. They're rash decisions. I'm sure they don't want to fall behind, but if they genuinely cannot pay the bill, what do you do? Just not pay it, I guess. If I was ever put in that situation, I don't know what I would do. I guess I would pay the rent and not electricity, go without, and I don't know, spend extra at the grocery store for foods that don't need a refrigerator, and huge supply on water, because I'm sure the plumbing will go out too. So I'll have to dump water into the tank just to flush the toilet. I don't know. What would you guys do? How would you pick? What would you decide? Well, what's more important?
So what's your confession?
I have not paid any of my debts for about 10 years. I owe a lot of money to Capital One. I stopped paying it. I have a bad credit score, but also nothing's happened. I owed about $10,000 to Capital One on a credit card that I started when I was 18, working hard.
Don't give 18-year-olds credit cards.
First of all,
it's going to happen every time.
Yeah.
I agree. My first credit card came when I was 18. Second one came when I was almost 19, and I racked the shit out of those fucking cards, and it took a while for me to pay that off. Like, it went to like collections, and then like we came up with a compromise, basically, which my dad had to bail me out, and I had to pay him back. But I don't know. In a way, I guess it was a relief that it was off of my credit, I guess. But at the same time, I feel like it would have just disappeared.
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing in the world that they even gave me credit. But I built, and I was doing really good at it. And then one day I started stand-up comedy and stopped paying it.
Other red flag for a bank: do not give a stand-up comedian a credit card.
The credit fell off my credit score after about 5 or 7 years. It doesn't even affect my credit score. So everyone should stop paying their credit cards right now.
Because that's not a real thing.
It's not. It's made up money. It's not backed by anything. It's literally pretend.
Wait, so how many lines of credit are we talking?
I had a credit card. I had two personal loans and a car loan. And I just one day stopped all of it.
Or do you plan,
Did she keep the car?
you just want like the clock to like run out on all of this, and you just
Yeah, it
all
already
forget it?
has. Like, it fell
Oh,
off
you're
my
wasting
credit
our
score.
time. You're not even a criminal anymore.
I'm not even, yeah, I guess I'm not. I'm free. I got another credit card recently, and then
okay.
I stopped paying that one too.
Yeah, 'cause
so I
you know
just gotta
ball.
wait that one out. Yeah.
You
I'm
know
like,
ball now.
Well, they're also dumb enough to give me another one again.
Yeah, at some point it's on them.
I mean, if money's backed by nothing, then
It doesn't.
then
It's just a number.
It's just a number. So, yeah, get a credit card. Don't pay it. Oh, also medical debt. Don't pay that. I have a lot of medical debt. Not a lot. I was in one car accident and I just didn't pay that. And it's not, what are they going to take my knees away?
I mean, there was that, and maybe the future will be like this. Anybody ever see that movie with Jude Law and, who was the guy? Forrest Whitaker, I believe. Repo Men, where people, like, they had to have a surgery or anything. They get like the latest technology. Like, you could get like a new mechanical heart that keeps you alive. But if you can't pay your bills and you fall behind, these guys come out and cut it out of you. So maybe that'll be the future here.
Yeah, they're gonna repo your kneecaps. You're single-handedly gonna break the bank.
I hope so.
You said they were going to have low interest rates, affordable housing, affordable gas prices and food prices. We don't. Okay, that's the reality. Everybody told us in July 4th, 2026, a rabbit was going to be pulled out of the hat and your debt was going to get wiped out and everything.
Dude, I remember that claim. I didn't believe it, but I had my fingers crossed.
Was going to be flipped, and you don't understand there's all these things happening behind the scenes in 3D chess. Well, it hasn't happened yet. Americans can't pay their bills. Americans are buried in credit. We have to start to get out of the fantasy world and get into data. And the data says that America is buried in debt.
I remember Trump coming out. I knew it was a long shot, but I was really hoping he would be able to pull it off where through the tariffs, we're going to replace the tax income. Like, we just wouldn't be taxed anymore. I mean, sure, prices would go up on some goods, but you decide what's more important to spend your money on. I'm like, you know what? I like that idea. Let's do that. And then you had the whole Doge thing, like, oh, hey, we just saved so much money, and that's your money, so we're going to send you guys a check. I guarantee no one's gotten one yet.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I try, and I try. I just can't do it. I turn on the TV. I put on the news. I can't stand it. You know why? Because I can't talk back to them. I can't watch a movie. I mean, I can, but why not just watch it on my phone? I have glasses. On Monday, I'm canceling my Spectrum subscription. I'm not saying Verizon's much better. I just happen to have my phone plan with them. I'm canceling everything. Goodbye BritBox. Goodbye Hulu. Goodbye Zumo. Goodbye Disney, ESPN, and what else are they? Hulu, yeah. I don't need it. Why would I give them $90 a month when I don't need them? And in the event that I can't get all the stuff I want, which is not them, because I don't watch that stuff on my phone either. In the event that I can't get what I need in terms of news, sources, facts, all of that through my phone and not through any television source or Spectrum, I will just go to the library.
Oh my God, are y'all paying attention to what's going on? Like, I just seen multiple videos on my timeline of people have stopped paying their bills. They said that, times are so hard, and if the government ain't got to pay their bills, we shouldn't have to pay our bills either. So they're literally, one comment said that she works for a major bank, and I want to say she said 35% of people who got mortgage loans are not paying their mortgage.
I honestly bet it's the people who bought houses during the vid. When that whole pandemic thing happened, everyone was scrambling for a house. Like, people were getting loans for a $500,000 townhome, and it wasn't even worth that much. And now they're underwater, and everybody's underwater now. And then when the economy didn't get any better, now they're just drowning in the house, the mortgage. So I believe that. I believe that's true. But what happens to this major bank if they say they hit like 50%? Does the bank go under? What would happen if the bank goes under and the government didn't bail them out? Because if they did, if it was a major bank, I'm sure they've already been bailed out once or twice, but maybe there'll be a third time as well.
And the banks don't know what to do. People have stopped paying their bills. Like, it's a no bill paying trend out right now, y'all. Where they like, come on, join me. Stop paying your bills. Y'all not scared? I mean, when you already, if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. I'm gonna ask my husband what he want to do.
This is the last month. Right now we're digging into our emergency savings. Yeah. So unless we feel comfortable digging into our emergency savings of 6 months.
If we can't make the 3,000, we might have to move with my mom and dad.
Or find a cheap place to rent.
So I just found out that 30% of Americans are not paying their bills. Yeah, you heard that right. 30% of Americans are not paying their bills. Now, if we look at the entire US population, we'll round it up to 350 million. Let's say 350 million. Now, anywhere between 50 and 100 million of those people are not paying bills. They're not old enough to have expenses or be responsible for those expenses. So let's just wipe out, let's say 50 million to make it easy. So 350 down to 300 million. That means if 30% of Americans are not paying their bills, that is a little under 100 million people have just said, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. Not paying my rent.
Don't pay back your credit card. Who cares, man? Who gonna stop you? If the government can be in debt, so can I. So can you. Open up 10 credit cards, 50 credit cards, run them up. Keep it going, keep it. No one's gonna stop us.
Please, y'all, join me because I'm unemployed. I'm not paying my bills. It's possible. Like, come on, join me. Please join me because otherwise I'm gonna have to pay this. Seriously though, we need to do something. There's so many people.
I would if I could, but I can't. I got too many people relying on me.
People who can make a change, and I see them constantly saying, oh, there's nothing we can do, there's nothing we can do. Babe, oh my gosh, there's so much you can do. Like, I don't know, I don't get it. There's so many things you can do. Starting mutual aid. Let's just all start meeting up in the street and screaming together.
I stayed out of trouble. I went to school. I didn't party. I focused on what I wanted. You know what? I graduated, updated my resume, started applying to, and did hundreds of applications. You know how many callbacks I got? A handful. You know how many of those turned into actual jobs? 0. I'm talking entry-level positions. I'm talking about jobs I was overqualified for and it didn't matter. Meanwhile, my bills don't care that the job market is broken. My rent doesn't care. My car payment doesn't care.
I cannot afford my rent. I can't afford my rent. I can't afford gas. I can't afford groceries. I can't afford any of my endless other bills that I am responsible for because I am an adult. After working a 12-hour shift in the operating room. So you know what I have to do? I have to DoorDash, and it's 12:30 at night. After I've been on my feet in the operating room for 12 hours all day. I'm now out DoorDash driving.
How do you have the energy? My day was a little rough today. I am tired as hell. And even this is kind of taking it out of me, but how would you find the energy for 12 hours in the operating room and then go DoorDash? I don't know how long she's been doing it when she made that video, but it's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? I'm starting to see a lot more that adults are starting to take more of the entry-level positions for like part-time work. Things that normally a teen would do. I mean, at what point do you just, I don't want to say give up, but I mean, it seems like there's a few people on here that want to do that. But what is the end goal here? The economy's not, or it doesn't seem to be getting better. Everything's getting more expensive. And if you're already working, I'm assuming people are probably working like 20 hours a day if they have 2 jobs and getting 4 hours of sleep. Like, you have no time for family. You have no time for, if you want to just go play with your kids. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do in these certain situations.
I decided that at least this month I can't make a payment towards my visa. I know they won't understand. I have to extend when I'm moving anyway, which really sucks. But it doesn't seem like I need to. Ideally, I wouldn't pay for the next 2 or 3 months. I don't want to do that. But I really want to pay off my credit card. And it's not ideal because next July I have to pay $3,000 again for a different credit card. So I don't know what to do. Unless I transfer that to another card, which I just can't do.
Just don't pay, it'll fall off your credit
card off. What if We all collectively decided we are going to max out our credit cards and not pay it off. Like if we got a group of, say, like 100,000 people to max out their credit cards and then not pay it off, what are they going to do? And say we got more people to do that. All those credit card companies, they're going to go completely bankrupt. What's going to happen to the American dollar? It's not even real. The American dollar does not exist. Like, there's not a certain amount of money that we have that's connected to the gold, to how much gold we have. That is completely screwed up. That does not exist anymore. We literally are just making more and more debt. Like, did you know the money that you have in the bank? They don't actually have that money sitting there. It's just a number. They don't actually have everyone's money sitting in the bank. It's literally just a number. Money is just a number. Money is not real.
That's true. I've heard actually real stories of people who are going out to the bank to try and pull like 5,000 out, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have that. You might have to try another branch." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? If I needed like $10,000 out of my bank account, I'd expect them to be able to pay that out." I'm also hearing like stories. I don't know if it's true. Maybe you guys can let me know. They're starting to ask why you need your money. Why the fuck do you need to know? That's my question.
Real. Something is going to need to happen because the system is collapsing. Everyone's bills are going way too high, rent's way too high, and people can't find jobs. Their jobs aren't paying enough. We need to do something. We need to come together and make a change.
I'm not paying no more bills. I don't give a cut all this shit off. I go move in with my sister. I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying? Every month. Mortgage, mortgage, mortgage. You want water? You want electricity? Man? And then you're sitting here, I'm trying to recycle, make the world a better place, so maybe some of these prices can go down. Hell no, y'all stop the recycling.
My paycheck was short $300. I can't pay my rent on time. My car insurance is past due. It's like over $300. My energy bill is past due, and I've been paying little bits, and that's over $900. One of my senior technicians quit, and I tell you guys all the time that when you have struggles like this and you feel like you just have you don't know what to do. I have a wedding to save for.
I'm done paying my credit card bills. I didn't pay them off. I'm done paying them. I don't want to pay them anymore, so. Feels pretty good. I could, pretty freeing. I'm getting a lot of phone calls from 800 numbers, but it's probably not that big of a deal.
How about grocery shopping? How you doing with that? Insurance go up at all this year? You know, the people in Washington think you're doing fine. Corporations know you're not, so they're telling you to eat cereal for dinner. Guys, why are we doing this?
I remember that. They're coming out saying like Frosted Flakes was a good family meal for the end of the day. Fucking crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? Why don't we just, I don't know, collectively, if somehow it could happen, if everyone in the United States just woke up tomorrow and said, nope, not going to work, the economy would come to a halt. Not to mention, if we didn't go out and buy anything, all the huge stores like Walmart, Target, all that, they're going to be losing out on probably billions of dollars. If we could somehow do that, like, I would be down for that. If I knew like everyone was going to do it and we could all collectively like communicate this, I'd be done. I'll wake up, I'll turn my alarm off, and I'll go back to sleep.
What's the point? There's like 8 billion of us, and we're letting a small handful of people do this to us. Why? You know, if we all got together and just stopped participating in their system, there's nothing they can do. You know that, right? Like, if 8 billion people told the elites to f off, there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. They can try, but when it's all said and done, there's not a damn thing they can do about it if 8 billion people just told them to f off. We can create our own system. It'll be hard, but we can do it. It'll be real hard. But so is living like this. So we just need to choose our heart. You know, those suits up in Washington that do this to us, they are completely useless without their local enforcers. If there's nobody that enforces their laws are completely irrelevant. They can't take everybody's houses. They can't throw 8 billion people in jail. So when are we going to say that enough is enough?
I gotta stop paying
Good
bills
point.
because I can't do it anymore. I'm done with the Matrix. I'm done with the simulation. My phone bills due. I'm not paying it. I can't pay it. I mean, I'm going.
And just think, if you stop paying your credit card, and then you can't pay your phone bill and your phone shuts off, how are they going to get a hold of you? It might be freeing.
Going to school. I'm not breaking my neck to try to do work or school ever again. I'm not doing.
This is your sign to stop paying your credit cards. Okay? Now, this is not medical advice by any means, but it's important for you to know that my credit cards have not been paid in many, many, many months, and whose credit score is going up? Yeah, this girl. This girl! So
I've never understood credit and how to like build it up. I think my brother probably has the highest credit score that I know, at least in my family. It's like, he said it was like a 783 or like an 800. I don't even know how he did it or how his family, they I don't know how they operated. They moved the money. I know he just lets his wife handle all the stuff, so maybe she's just like, really good at it, but I don't understand it. I don't. Like, I struggle to keep mine above like a 620. Like, I just keeps going up a little bit, up and down a little bit. I don't know how to get to like 700.
it's all a scam. It's all numbers. Money is not real. It is just numbers on a freaking screen at this point. And same with the credit score. Numbers on a screen that go up and down like a teeter-totter. And sometimes when you're teeter-tottering in the way that you've been taught is best, okay, this is going to increase my score, boom, it goes down. So what I'm telling you today is it will literally pay off for you to have more freedom and stop caring so much about paying those credit card bills. Stop. Just stop paying them. Again, absolutely not medical advice.
Good work.
This car that you see on the screen, it was repoed by Wells Fargo. And obviously, someone was not happy about getting their car taken from the bank. And I'm seeing more and more repos just like this one show up at the auctions that I go to every single week. Rising volumes of repos just like this one means there's something very, very wrong. So we have cars everywhere. And the biggest question right now is how can anyone afford to buy one of these vehicles? But here's the thing, the question really should be, once they buy it, how can they afford to keep it? And what happens when all these people stop making their payments? Because that's happening right now. New or used, it doesn't matter. Everyone is feeling the pain. And I'm feeling the pain here at my car lot too, and it's getting worse. Subprime delinquencies that are over 60 days late hit 6.9% this year. That's the worst that we have ever seen since we've been recording this data. That goes back over 30 years. That's worse than 2008. That's worse than COVID. Right now is the record. So let's look a little more closely at this key challenger that was at auction. So I know this car was a Wells Fargo car because when I go to these auctions, I can see each and every one of these sellers on each and every one of these cars. You can see there's basically a sign on the top of this windshield of this challenger that says Wells Fargo. That is who is selling this car.
He made it seem like it was a rare talent that he could tell who was selling these cars
at this auction. The other thing that I know about this vehicle is it's absolutely a repo. The reason we know this is because a large bank is not in the wholesaling business. They're not in the buy-sell business. Wells Fargo does not have a car dealership where they're taking in trade-ins and then send them to auction to try to make money on them. No, they're holding the notes on these vehicles, and when someone, just like on this Challenger, defaults on their loan, they go and pick up this car and they take it to the auction to try to cut their losses.
Serious delinquencies, which are categorized by delinquencies that are over 90 days late, hit 5.6% this year, and there's no end in sight. And it's about to get worse because we're right now coming up into that Goldilocks zone of all of these people that 2-3 years ago paid $10,000 and $20,000 over market for all of these vehicles. So here's what's so worrisome for the market. See, we hit peak pricing here in the car market in 2022. And the highest risk period for someone to default on their car loan is between 33 months and 45 months. You can do the math. We're rolling up on that.
I'm assuming if there's a lot of repos happening on people's vehicles, I guarantee there's probably a lot of foreclosures happening as well. The way everything is, people are losing their cars, losing their houses.
What I'm going to say right now is I'm not paying my debt anymore.
At the Debt Collective, you know what we say? Can't pay, won't pay. My name is Maddie, and I'm an artist and organizer based in Oakland, California, and I'm also part of the Debt Collective, the nation's first union of debtors, and you should definitely join us. We've been around since Occupy Wall Street. I owe over $120,000 in student debt, and I always thought it was weird that I had to go into debt to pursue an education, to benefit society. But that's what this country is like now. People are having to go into debt for help.
That's a legit thing. Debtcollective.org.
Healthcare, for housing, for school meals. So even though we are well known for pushing the Biden administration to cancel $187 billion of student debt, there's still $1.7 trillion of student debt out there. And we don't just organize around student debt. We organize around back rent, medical debt, school meal debt. Anytime there's a debt that exists because the rich are making us pay for what should be public goods with interest. With Trump in power, he's basically rigging the entire economy to destroy the lives of working class people who already owe collectively $17 trillion in household debt. Like, our debts are basically rich people's assets. I know all of this sounds bleak, but there's lots of light at the end of the tunnel, and this is why your video is great. But the thing is, it takes more than just a viral video. It takes organizing, it takes a visioning, it takes a lot of strategy in order to effectively strike against any type of creditor. You could please come to our meetings, debtcollective.org, like, comment, share this video, and remember, alone our debts are a burden, but together they make us powerful.
Okay.
And I'm finna just cancel all my memberships. No more Netflix, Hulu, no more nothing. Fuck it. I'ma just watch The Wall. No more Apple Music. I'ma just listen to myself talk. No more gym. I'ma just do push-ups, sit-ups, and squats on the goddamn floor, bro. Bro, shit getting hot as hell. Like, I got a notification yesterday in my email from Apple saying that they increased my Apple Music bill $12 a month. But that shit used to be $9 a month, gang. I can't keep doing this no more. I look up, Apple done took some money out of my account. A price increase on some. Went to go get some hibachi yesterday. Nigga, they put on the intercom that they increased their prices. On my soul. Same shit I used to get for $10.96, $15 now. I can't, fuck no. I'm not even finna eat food no more. I'm finna just start eating the skin off my body.
So I'm saying, collectively, everyone just stop participating just for one day. Just one.
FYP. Getting mad and protesting is not going to fix the government. You know the reason why you're not seeing what's going on in Italy right now? Because your government doesn't want you to know that Italy is sitting back with their wine and their coffee cups. They bought everything they needed for a whole month, and nobody left their house. They didn't go to work. They didn't make...
That would be an idea. Instead of just one day, a month. Collectively, like as the months go on, you purchase a little more canned goods, a little more, meats for the freezer and everything like that. And then for 1 month, everyone just not participate. They would be forced to do something.
Purchases, they didn't put any money into the economy, and Italy is literally going, what can we do to get you back? What can we do to get you back? What can we do to get you back?
Italy right now, it's because Oracle doesn't want you to. So over in Italy, they stopped buying anything for the economy. They stopped purchasing a single thing. They stopped going to work. They stopped doing everything except hanging out in their house for a month. For a month.
Single word about the fact that Italy has been completely shut down. Everything has come to a standstill because they are fed up that no one is doing anything about Gaza.
The government. What in the world is going on with Italy? Have y'all seen what's been going on over there? Because they're not showing it. But them people over there, baby, they said, fuck the government. We not working, we not purchasing anything. And it's actually working. So I don't believe they want us to see what's actually going on over there in Italy. So wise up, you need to search. Search up Italy and see what's going on over there. Because there's a lot of shit going on.
So y'all TikTok, I think they suppressing this, but the people in Italy is not paying their bills, like all of them. Like they literally just went shopping, they stocked up on what they need, and they not paying their bills. Bro, we need to do that right now.
So the niggas in Italy found out that the Democrats and the Republicans is working together over where they live at. So they like, listen, the citizens, they like, we banding together. We not paying our fucking bills no more. We not paying our bills. We not paying our rent. We not shopping with y'all. We stocked up on food. We gonna sit our asses right in the crib and nobody gonna do a fuck thing about it. And y'all economy gonna collapse, and that's what it is. And all the citizens, literally all the citizens of Italy are not shopping with the establishment no more. They sitting their ass in the crib. They said fuck work and y'all gonna fix shit around here. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is what the fuck we need to be doing in America. Cause there's no way the president is accused of touching kids and these files and all this old cool shit. We at war, all this old dumb shit. Gas prices about to be at fucking $70 a gallon, and we just chilling. The economy, nigga want to see first month's, last month's insecurity on a $2,000 apartment. That means you got to make $6,000 after taxes legally. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, no, you got me fucked up. So if we gonna do anything, I think we should be doing what Italy doing. Quit your job. Don't shop with these niggas no more. You better stock up on some food and keep your black ass in the house until shit get better. They can't kick us all out. But yeah, it's Channel 16 News, and thanks for coming. You feel me? I'm gonna keep y'all updated.
So that's what I got for you guys today. The struggle's real out there. People are underwater when it comes to their cars. They're underwater when it comes to their house. They're underwater when it just comes to bills in general. People are opting out to stop, paying credit cards. And, I mean, I hope I'm not put in the situation where I have to pick and choose what bills I'm gonna pay and what I'm not, and like what the repercussions of that are gonna be. Very grateful to have a decent job in this economy, but I mean, like everyone else, I'm paycheck to paycheck. It's just what it is. I can't seem to get ahead, and it takes a toll on you. Like not physically, but mentally. Like, am I accomplishing what I should be doing as an adult, as a father, and as a citizen? I'm a veteran. I did tours for this country, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, are you guys currently in the situation that some of these people are in? Or have you just collectively all decided, you know what? Screw the bills. I ain't going to pay them no more. And if you did do that, are you single or do you have a family? Like, let me know, the situation. I kind of want to hear back about this and just kind of get a temperature check on, what the average everyday American's feeling. At the same time, when it comes to Italy, that's crazy. I mean, from what I understand, and not just from those clips, but they're tired of the economy. They're tired of the government. They're tired of how they're treated. They're tired of, what their government's participating in when it comes to other countries. They're tired of, the grocery prices being so high. They're tired of electric bills being so high. So, honestly, I don't know if it could be organized here in the United States. I mean, if everyone can get over the whole left-right, I think something like this could happen, and it could be a statement. And honestly, doing something like that probably would, I don't know if it would turn the tides for the better for the country or not. But it's definitely something that, I don't know, in my opinion, should be considered, because the way everything's going right now, like the first clip that I showed, they're not going to be able to pay us for retirement. All the Social Security money that you've been paying out ain't going to mean shit anymore, because they're going to be broke. So what kind of a system are you paying into now? That's all I'm saying. I'd prefer, like I've said this many, many times, if people do something and it's, collectively across the country, times now, maybe not tomorrow, but, obviously like within like a couple weeks or something like that, or while I'm still young and I can somewhat take on whatever repercussions will happen after this whole like month exodus. But I don't know, something's got to change. And honestly, just picking between the two people that the two parties put up there, who, let's face it, Democrat or Republican, don't freaking matter. We get more and more in debt. One side's not happy with something, the other side's not happy with something. And everyone in the government seem to be happy with whatever's going on right now. So, because they're not changing everything. You hear some of them complain about the economy that they helped create. So, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I know we all have a problem, and I believe collectively we can figure this out. But anyways, let me know your thoughts, because now I'm just rambling. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun shit, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.